please say hello to Colm Feore.
How are you? I'm well. You?
My goodness, sir. Listen, Earle Grey, not just for drinking anymore.
Well, as an expert now in the making of Earle Grey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tell me about this award, this Earle Grey Award you're getting at the Screen Awards. That's wonderful.
Well, thanks. It's cool. And you didn't have to do anything except hang around a long while to get it. I think it is listen, you've been good-ish for a while. We all thought you should have something. And you know, and I'm starting to collect these sort of things. I got the Thomas Gascon Award from the National Theatre School. I thought, well, that'll be cool. You got to give a speech. It's kind of like an honorary doctorate, I guess, because you have to sing for your supper. But the prize itself, I couldn't get through Trudeau Airport because it was a glass tube made to look like metal. And the only thing that allowed me to get it through, they said, well, is your name on it? I went, I think it is, actually. And so I got it. So there it is, scratched in. So hopefully with that and the Earle Grey.
Is it strange that the guy who played Trudeau couldn't get through Trudeau Airport?
You know what? It's the first time I met Justin at Trudeau Airport, standing around waiting to get on. And it was the first time, hi, you're a faux Trudeau and a real one, at the airport. And we had a nice chat at about 7:30 in the morning, gathered a small crowd. Yeah. But it was only because we were introduced by his wife, who had been, interviewed me years before.
The Sticking Around Long Enough award is actually great because it means you did. And it's not just that. I send you these joke texts all the time, but only based on every time if I ever get sick and spend a few days at home and I just watch TV, you're in every second movie. So I came back here and I was like, we need to total up the total worldwide box office of Colm Feore. Almost $2.5 billion.
I am the old white bald guy's Samuel L. Jackson. and I've done and I've done two with Sam.
You've done two.
So I'm working on my third. Yeah, you know, I have an awful lot of fun just showing up. I mean, I always said my mantra would be just keep showing up, and then you'd be more employable, because clearly somebody had said, no, I'll take a chance on you. Michael Caine said, if you have my fee, I'll show up and I'll do the work. Donald Sutherland was, I was lucky enough to work with him ages ago, and he said, look, if you keep showing up and you keep working, you get better. He said, he's dropping names. He said, I was chatting with Goldie and Jane, Han and Fonda, and they were worried about their careers, about how many films, what films they should do, judiciously picking this and that. He said, in the time it took them to do one, I'd done 10. Right. And you just get better.
Now you get to be King Lear. That's the thing. King Lear is an important role because I think people of a certain age, I think women can play it, but men can play it, but of a certain age is when it really starts to work. How do you feel about that particular character?
It's possibly the best piece of dramatic literature in the English language. There are no bad parts in it, and everything that the story has to tell us is a lesson that we should learn.
Let's go to this one for the record, if we can.
Well, it's been kind of tough these days with my dad.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Go on. He thinks I'm not a man because I don't go out and screw around. I mean, if a guy ever touched my sister, he'd kill him. But me? I'm supposed to be out getting notches on my belt. Sometimes I have these really weird dreams about guys. Like Rick. I have to go.
Right? 81? For the record,
1980,
right?
81, yeah.
1981.
Directed by Donald Britton. The Donald Britton.
Who has an award named after him as well.
Brilliant. Absolutely extraordinary.
Think of that storyline, though, in 1981, for those kinds of TV shows to be made.
Oh, no, they were brave and dangerous, and Chuck Shimada was brilliant in that. I will confess to missing my hair a little. That was my hair, I'm pretty sure.
That was your hair. Speaking of, where's this one? I love this.
What the hell? Where did you get this?
Oh, homie, I got more. Speaking of hair, look at that.
That's the prefix. That's I know what I was saying when I said this. This was extemporaneous from my mother wit. This was, and then you see the donut through the hole. And that was only 40 years ago. What else do you want?
I like this one here. Look at that one.
This was the lower school nurse at the school I was at. And needless to say, myself and my pals had ailments aplenty. We had to,
Stick around more with Colm right after this. So fun. I love these stories.
All right, coming up, Colm's favorite quotes from two of the great wordsmiths, William Shakespeare and Robert Ford. Next.
The Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial? I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
You're
We may
exactly
be
right.
all black and famous,
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really? Really?
So, if you are, as you said, you are the white Sam Jackson, who do you get mistaken for?
Richard Jenkins, and an Air Canada pilot. Often. I get on those planes and the girls will say, "You fly with us, right?" I went, "Yeah." It's just easier, right? And actually kind of cool, because I've pretended to be pilots before and I've never actually done it.
Anthropology time, sir. What can you tell me about Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 is going to be astonishing. I spoke with the director the other day.
Mark Webb?
Yeah, Mark Webb, aptly named, delightful man. And
He made 500 Days of Summer.
yeah,
Really good film.
and the first Spider-Man, which I loved, he likes this one better. He's got great people. It was so much fun to make. He is very excited about it. I was very excited about it. You know, it was such a lot of fun. The people are nice. Dane DeHaan, who plays one of the guys I have to do, and Jamie Foxx, and, you know, obviously Garfield and Stone are delightful. I don't have to do a lot with them, but, you know, met them at the end going, "Oh, nice to see you. What are you in? Oh, you're in this. That's great. Enjoy."
Favorite King Lear line?
"I must love you." And it's not Lear's line, it's Kent's.
Favorite Rob Ford line?
"I got enough of that at home."
For the record,
My kid actually bought a T-shirt, "Rob Ford cracks me up." I said, "Tom, you can't wear that at U of T."
congrats on Lear. Even though it just means you're experienced, you're still young at heart.
Thank you kindly.
The wonderful Colm
Such a
Feore,
great
everybody. All right. So he's getting that award from the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television as part of the lead-up to the Canadian Speed Awards on Sunday on CBC. And then May 2nd, you can see him in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. King Lear, watch him in that. Stratford Festival opens May the 5th. If he wields his power for good and not evil, maybe he can convince Justin Bieber to participate as well. We'll be right back.
The Beebs. Thank you so much.